Hey guys, back with another video. It's Leo on Cars at Quick Cars. Today I'll be showing you around this absolute gorgeous beauty. Just before we get into the video, I'd like to mention that we're 15 minutes away from Slough train station, 10 minutes away from Jarrett's Cross. Vehicle is for sale, and if you come and view the car and you're disappointed or it's not as described, we'll refund your travelling expenses. Feel free to give us a call or look at our website for extra stock. And yeah, let's just get straight into the video. Stood in front of me is this absolutely phenomenal 2015 Porsche 911. This is specifically the 3.8 litre Carrera 4 GTS PDK Coupe. So absolutely unreal and unparalleled driving experience. These are very rare cars, being the 3.8. There's quite a handful of normal GTSs, the 2 GTSs, but the 4 GTSs are very rare in the 3.8 format. The slightly later Gen 2 cars, 3 litre turbos, which unfortunately suffer from turbo failure, and in my opinion aren't as raw and visceral to drive. But yeah, overall a stunning car. This one is finished in Carmine Red Porsche Special Gloss, which is around a £2,000 option when new. And these cars, well, with this specific car being optioned, was about £105,000 when new. So to think about depreciation in perspective, this is about £80,000 now. So in 10 years, it's barely dropped, or 11 years. The GTS obviously has a few number of features or advancements over the regular Carrera 4S, or the sort of S which it's based on. This car's the 4 GTS, so it's sort of built upon the architecture of the Carrera 4S. The GTS comes standard with bi-xenon headlamps with black trimming with PDLS, so adaptive black tinted front headlamps, which are very lovely looking, quite stealth looking. And the GTS has a more angrier front bumper with these sort of louvers here, and also this sort of bumper or spoiler extension at the front, body coloured. You've also got the black finished headlamp washers, which again look a bit cleaner than the regular silver ones. And yeah, let's just quickly move in onto the side of the car. The first thing you'll notice on the side profile is Porsche's sleek German design. Being a coupe, looks absolutely phenomenal and handles very well, being very stiff on the chassis. You've also got the 20-inch Turbo S Centerlock alloys finished in matte black, which all 991 Gen 1 GTS come with. You also had the no-cost option of the Carrera S alloys. However, most people option for GTS alloys just because they look significantly better. You've also got the Centerlock nut in the middle here, which again just is sort of GT3 RS style. The GTS also comes with 6-piston front braking technology as well, so you've got 6-pot calipers painted in red, and cross-drilled discs front and rear, again for maximum stopping power. The 4 GTS obviously has the same 4S wide body on the back here, so flared sculpted rear wheel arches, which have a much more nicer stance to them, and a lot of people favour it for that. You've also got rear privacy as an option. This one has not only the rear glass but the rear side windows as an option as well. Some people just option the rear glass only, but the side looks very lovely. You've also got the fuel flap mounted on the front wing, which is classic Porsche style. And yeah, let's just quickly move on to the back. Again, moving on to the back, the most noticeable thing is again that lovely rear sculpting on the arches there, being the 4 model. And you've also got the black letters and model designation in matte black, with also the louvers off the back of the engine here, again in black, and the high gloss black sports exhaust tailpipes and exhaust system, which all GTS come with. They come with the Chrono pack and the Porsche Sports exhaust, which is quite a desirable option and gives it a bit of a more baritone noise to that flat 6, and has a few cracks and pops. You've also got the front and rear park assist as an option as well, which funny enough these don't come standard with, and the optional rear windscreen wiper, which is a little bit more practical than not having one, I guess, and it's quite a quirky design feature. To access the rear engine here, you just lift this little compartment, and all you see is basically the fans and the oil and coolant sort of top up here. You've got a Carrera GTS badging here, and underneath this is the legendary 3.8 litre naturally aspirated flat six with 430 brake horsepower. The standard Carrera S model has 400 brake horsepower. The GTS model has the X51 power pack, which gets us an extra 30 horsepower and a wider range of torque as well, and just sounds absolutely phenomenal. Let's just take a quick listen. Moving on to interior, the GTS comes with leather and suede sport seats plus, which are four-way electrically adjustable. So you've got a manual lever on the bottom and two-way electric backrest and two-way electric tilt cushion up and down. This particular car has the optional GTS interior pack, which gets us Carmine Red GTS logos embroidered onto the back of the headrests. You've also got black seat belts with red bordering along the edges. You've also got the optional Carrera 4 GTS carbon fibre door seals, which are illuminated. Look really lovely, those do. The GTS interior pack also gets us red stitching on the carpets, red Porsche logo there, stitching throughout the cabin with suede on the door panels, and also the GTS interior pack gets us the carbon interior pack, which gets us gloss carbon sort of checkered trim there on the cup holder cover, door trim strips and centre console trim strips. Overall really lovely. You also get a Carmine Red rev gauge dial, and overall just a couple more features over the regular car, which would just have sort of just normal black stitching and just the regular suede. You can also have this option in crayon, however this car being Carmine Red really does blend nicely, having also the Carmine Red pack there. You've also got alcantara roof lining on the GTS with the pillars as well, and being a 911 sort of below a GT3, you still have the 2+2 seating layout, which again quite useful, and you've got a bit of boot space storage by folding those rear seats down. This car is optioned with the 7-speed PDK Porsche Doppelkupplung, which is a dual clutch for German. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, the GTS comes with the Sport Chrono pack here with a clock on the dash, and also that gives you the Sport and Sport Plus modes for the gearbox, drivetrain and the exhaust as well. So Sport mode switches off start stop, gives us the exhaust valves, slightly better gearing, sportier gearing with the PDK. Sport Plus gives us the PASM in addition to that, and you've also got electrically deployable spoiler. This one's also got optional heated front seats, and the GTS comes with a full suede sport design steering wheel, which looks really lovely. You've got this aluminium inserting and the Sport and Sport Plus logos illuminating on the steering wheel itself, with the launch control illumination on the right hand side and the sport modes on that side. You've also got optional cruise control as well, and yeah, just overall looks really lovely. You've got electric mirrors, again suede lined glove box, a lot of suede, leather and very nice high quality stitching all around the cabin. You've also got dual zone climate control on the 911 as you'd expect, and you've got PCM standard, which is just Porsche communication module with a navigation. You've also got the optional telephone as well. Again, really lovely, just a few nice convenient features to have. This one also has the optional BOSE surround sound system, which again, very lovely feature just when you're cruising along, just definitely better than the regular navigation system. And you've also got automatic headlamps. Again, like I said, rear windscreen wiper is quite useful. But yeah, let's just quickly moving on to the front. Under the front here is a very practical amount of boot space. You can fit a substantially large amount of shopping as well, which is very nice. I did forget to mention also this car has the optional painted side skirts and rear apron diffuser on the bumper, which gives it a much more cleaner look. In terms of condition, this one has really lovely, well cared for interior, and you will find the odd stone chip on the bumper, not more than around 2 to 3 chips, minuscule chips on the bumper, maybe 1 or 2 slightly larger ones. And then on the bonnet, again, sort of the same scenario. You will find the odd stone chip, possibly 2 to 3 stone chips, which are relatively small and don't stick out too badly. But yeah, let's just quickly take the car out for a test drive. sense of enjoyment really when you drive them. You know, sort of hydraulic steering as well, sporty steering, and you know, the GTS also comes with PTV, which is Porsche torque vectoring. So yeah, obviously as it's four-wheel drive, it will have a limited slip-free diff, and it will actually split the power to the wheel closest, or the wheel that needs the most power going into a corner. So basically, you know, really good handling. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal to drive. The GTS has also come with PADM, which is Porsche active engine mounts, or dynamic active mounts, and basically the engine mounts obviously stiffen or soften as you go through a corner with the steering, so it just holds the engine in place and also transfers the weight onto each side of the car. But yeah, we'll just do a quick pull here. Yeah, sounds absolutely unreal. GTS has a bit of a louder exhaust, even with a sports exhaust, than the regular S car. You do get quite a few cracks and burbles on the overrun when you sort of rev and then let off the accelerator. You'll notice you do have a few sort of burbles. But it handles really well being four-wheel drive and having that torque vectoring. Yeah, sounds absolutely phenomenal. Definitely one of the best cars I've ever driven, the 911s, and the 4 GTS is basically the closest you're going to get really to a turbo, or in fact a GT3 really. The turbos obviously are quicker cars, but obviously, you know, just have a bit of that sound deadening really to it, to that exhaust. So in all reality, the 4 GTS is, you know, very close to a regular GT3 minus the four-wheel drive and the seats really, but very comfortable cruiser. You know, you can just put in Sport Plus, stick in Sport Plus, turn off the PASM. You've also got this deployable electric spoiler button as well, which again looks quite nice. Provides a bit of aerodynamics. I think the GTS has stiffer sway bars, also a bit less sound deadening. However, this does still feel quite quiet and refined on the interior. But yeah, just unreal cars to drive, really unparalleled. That flat six of a sports exhaust. Not too many cracks and pops like a V8, but it's got enough to make you want to enjoy it really. But that sort of induction noise is absolutely unreal, and especially when you downshift, it's like someone's literally pulling on the throttle cable and yanking on it. It's really, you know, unbelievable. But yeah, really lovely. The GTS interior pack obviously just adds that extra sportiness, and to be honest, suede on the seats is quite nice, and on the steering wheel it's actually quite comfortable, but at the same time sporty looking. So again, really lovely. You've got your usual refinements, heated seats, PCM nav module on the telephone, etc. And the BOSE surround sound system is very good in these also. These coupes, there's a moderate amount of space for the sound to travel in, so yeah, really lovely. We'll just do another, again, quick pull. But yeah, it sounds absolutely wonderful when you just yank on that accelerator. It's just a noise no other car really offers. A Porsche flat six is very unparalleled in that sense, and that's why they're sort of going up in value on most of these 3.8s. In fact, these 3.8s are more expensive than the 3 litres, just for that reason alone, basically. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope it gave you a bit of insight onto the 991 Gen 1 and what makes them so special.